Well, hey, we want to welcome in the Oak Hills football program here and head coach Justin Roden. Coach, thanks for taking a few minutes here. How are you doing?
Good, Mike.
Thanks for waiting and your patience. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're good.
Tell us who you brought to the left of you there.
We brought a couple. Let me have them introduce themselves. I'll do it a little differently
sure
here.
thing.
You guys want to tell who you are? Introduce yourselves.
I'm Jaxon Schreiber. I'm a quarterback. I'm going to be a junior.
Favorite food?
Spicy chicken.
Oh, well, we got something for you here. Favorite movie?
Probably The Sandlot.
Okay, all right. Who else we got here?
I'm Jacob Hearn, D-line. I'm going to be a senior this year.
What number are you?
44.
Is there a reason you chose 44?
Couldn't get 41.
Couldn't get folks. Simple enough. All right, favorite food?
Chicken wings.
We got what you guys need.
We're at the right place
We're
here.
at the right place for you guys.
Well, the Highlanders obviously opened the season at Turpin August 20th. Coach, just want to ask you a little bit about your impressions so far this summer. What do you like most about the team right now? And tell us a little bit about your scrimmage schedule as well.
Yeah, well, first of all, I appreciate you guys having us out. I think our kids, as hard as they've worked, they deserve as much recognition as they can get. And, part of the reason for letting them introduce themselves is, a metaphor of our whole team. We got a lot of young guys, a lot of guys that are trying to bring back some pride to Oak Hills High School, trying to reestablish ourselves as a program that is disciplined and tough, and some of the things that we displayed years ago when when Oak Hills was in the MCC and beating the likes of Coleraine and schools like that. So our summer so far has gone really, really well. We're just talking to the boys a little bit and talking to Doug about trying to balance the summer practices and we had a little bit of a hiccup with COVID this week, and you maybe have seen something in our school district about masks in the last few days. So it's been interesting. I think that's the best way I can describe it. We're excited. We have Roger Bacon on Saturday at our place at 11 o'clock, and photos and media day, and I think we're going to meet the team for a little bit, actually have an in-person parent meeting, which I think I'm excited to actually be able to see the parents and, have them ask questions in person. It's just, for us as a program, we're looking to provide stability. We've had some coaching changes here. This is I'm on a new school, and, when my family got sick and I came back home, I think more than anything, I would like nothing more to finish my career here. I'd like to turn this program around, and I'd like to see some of these guys, to my left, be the roots and the foundation for future generation of Highlanders to, again, bring back some of that pride here on the west side that, might have fallen off the last few years.
Justin, you obviously led East Central to a 4A state title back in 2017. People have to remember, too, you were a former defensive coordinator here at Oak Hills, in addition to some other stops as well. But you talk about that challenge of the first year, obviously a shortened season, very unique. I mean, do you kind of put that in the rear view mirror, or what did you learn the most about the challenge of last year?
Well, it's kind of interesting because I've technically been at the school now a year and a half, and I feel like this is my first year, because we didn't really have a chance to use the locker room. We didn't have, all the facilities weren't open. We had meetings that were Zoom meetings. We couldn't lift the right way. So we're doing a lot of things for the first time. And I keep calling the young men, not kids, have seen my temper a little bit. I like to describe myself sometimes as bipolar, because I love them, more than anybody else. At the same time, though, when they make a mistake, they know that somebody's going to correct that mistake. So they're getting a better feel of who I am as a person. We take a great deal of pride as a staff in building relationships. I would tell you, if you ask the kids, our strength coach, Jason Lewis, has done an amazing job, and our coaches are willing to do anything for these kids. I mean, we'll pick you up, we'll take you home. One of our defensive linemen had a job that was a little bit too far, and he was tired, and our coach took him up yesterday to go find a job and help him interview for something that worked a little bit better with his schedule up on the Pike. So I think more than anything for us, really and truthfully, it's rewarding at this point. I think last year was just kind of, we're scrambling to make things work. I hope we play football. I think there's this ease and confidence now that the kids know us, we know them, and we'll keep growing those relationships. And I think more than anything, we're excited. I know I am, on Saturday, even though it's a scrimmage, to have the parents in the bleachers, maybe criticize me a little bit on some play calling, but at the same.
Did you miss that aspect of it?
I got to use my words carefully. It's a very fickle community a little bit, but no, I do miss that. I do miss, the screams from the bleachers, good and bad. I miss the cheers. I miss the band. Our band at Oak Hills High School practices more than, goodness gracious, they make us look like we're not on their same level. So I
can hear them too, by the way. From
I was gonna say you
yeah,
probably hear them, but no, the band, the popcorn, the smell, all the things that run hand in hand with Friday nights. I think I crave it. I know that I've been blessed to do it now for a number of years. I've been on the good side, I've been on the bad side, but I know I'm comfortable. I know we're ambitious, and we've got a good young team that's excited to leave their mark.
When was it that you actually got hired and started at Oak Hills?
Wow, if I could remember. Everything is such a blur, but I started about a year and a half ago. I was blessed. They hired me right after Christmas break. I was coming back from vacation, and I started right after. Matter of fact, my truck broke down in Florida, and I missed my first day of work at Oak Hills High School. But Jeff Brandt and Travis Hunt and Ben Hageman have been wonderful for me and my family. So again, it feels like it's the first year, the beginning, but we've put so much work into. I'm going to call it change, and I have nothing negative to say about any of my predecessors at Oak Hills. I mean, I'm connected to all those guys. I know Kyle for a long time. I've friends with Evan. I coach at Danny Scholes, so I don't have anything negative. I think for me, what we've done in a year and a half with our staff is really put things in place and provide structure and stability, and again, just building those relationships and that trust in the program.
You talk about the growth of these guys that you brought here today. And what you see from them.
So Jaxon right here is you can tell is a little soft-spoken, but Jaxon is a tremendous athlete, fantastic in the classroom, can run the ball, can throw the ball. We have a very diverse, and I would say sometimes complicated offensive system. Our offensive coordinator, Robert Klotz, spent 5 years over at St. X and with Coach Coverdale, and it's not easy. So he gets yelled at from multiple angles. He gets yelled at from not only his offensive coordinator, but Bob Sr. gets him as his quarterback coach. And then I come back, and I like to describe it as me whining about it. But I would tell you that Jackson's biggest strength is that he's a leader. He's a subtle leader. Kids look up to him. He's a playmaker. And on our team right now, we don't need screamers and yellers. We need guys that are doers, that when you play Coleraine High School or you play Lakota West or Princeton, that you're not blinded by the lights. You're not blinded by the name on their shirt. You just go play football. And I think Jaxon embodies that. And with the knucklehead down, the 2 seats down, Hearn here, I think, again, they can say this themselves. Our school district is changing. Our football team is changing in a good way, and I think Hearn kind of represents that diversity that this program has. We are extremely athletic up front. We're undersized, so we've got to play a style of defense that involves a great deal of heart and quickness and attention to detail, and I would say that he does that very, very well. And our defensive line has to be a group they're not going to make a lot of tackles. The style of defense requires them to get double teamed. Their job when they get double teamed is to get on the ground and to make a pile. And you're not going to be a guy that you're going to see a lot of high stats and things like that, and you have to play selfless. And it's hard, and with this generation of I'm going to call it kids, and this TikTok me generation, look at me, and to tell kids, hey, I need you to be bloody and dirty and beat up, and I need you to get up and do it every single play so the guy behind you can make the tackle. And I would say that Hearn does that as well as any kid I've coached in 20 years. And what's exciting is that he's got a good group of teammates and friends. I'd say our defensive line was probably the closest group together. And again, it's a selfless group, and I'm excited about that. Jason Lewis is his position coach, and they're a goofy bunch. I think I would describe that. If you took his hat off right now, you would see a hairstyle that it's the only time I've ever had a kid wear a hat to one of these things, and I'm glad he has the hat on.
Well, I mean, now that you
Right?
called him out
So-
for it, I mean,
You gonna take the hat off? No. No, but all kidding aside, I wanted to reward him today. I think he represents not only himself well, but he represents that entire defense and defensive line, and kind of embodies Coach Elrod's philosophy that everybody can say it's a team, but truly for us, we're going to play almost every single week against somebody that has better athletes. We're on paper, we're everybody's homecoming game, which I'm okay with that. I think our kids just want to have success, and they want to see the guy next to them have success, and understand that, that when we win games, it's going to bring more accolades to not only the school but to you as a team. And individual success is not how you turn things around. So both these young men are great metaphors for the direction of this program right now, and that's a reason why I'm excited for this season. I'm going to leave here, and I'm going to run back down to the middle school. We've got 57 8th graders and 53 7th graders, and we don't have enough helmets, which is an awesome problem to have. And I'm going to go down there and convince them as much as possible that, hey, we're doing things the right way, and you should be proud to wear that OH in high school.
Jaxon, what does that OH mean to you? I know you've played multiple sports. What does it mean to represent Oak Hills High School?
I would say it means that as far as football program goes, I'm here to kind of change the culture. We're not trying to make it the same way it's been the past couple of years. Trying to turn things around and kind of carry that culture we have in basketball that Price has created. Kind of change that put that into our football program, and kind of show all the guys that what's about. We have each other's backs, and we're playing selflessly, and we're all playing for each other to try to have the ultimate goal of this team success. And I feel like Coach Price has done a great job of that, and the football program we could really use that this year to help us win.
Jaxon, you used the frame changing the culture, and your coach talked about he said we don't need a lot of screamers and yellers, we need doers.
Yeah.
Why does that type of leadership work for you all? Why is that what you all need right now is doers, and how does that help change the culture?
I feel like in the past it's all been talk, and it's like, oh, we need to be all in, and we're just saying it, we're not doing it. We have if we're gonna say it, we got to be about it. And I feel like this year, everybody's buying in, and we're gonna be about it. And hopefully the results of Friday nights are gonna reflect that.
Jacob, how much are you looking forward to Friday nights and playing in front of a crowd, and what does Oak Hills mean to you as far as the football program?
Oak Hills means a lot to me. My family grew up in Oak Hills. I grew up in Oak Hills, and I'm just proud to represent Oak Hills in the right way and try to change the culture and the passion of football that has been embodied there. And yeah, just try to change the culture and be the leader that I am, and overall just hope for the best for the team and a good outcome this year.
What has high school football taught you?
What'd you say?
what has high school football taught you, maybe even off the field as well?
High school football has taught me a lot. It taught me how to be a man and how to be a leader and more vocal and stand up for myself and, take care of your responsibilities and be accountable.
Coach, you want to mention a few other players on both sides of the ball that we should look for this year?
Yeah, I mean, again, I know if I start picking out kids and I leave some off, that means emails tomorrow. So right. I will. I'll tell you that we have a very exciting offense this year. Jackson has some great guys to throw it to. Jacob Day is going to be a great playmaker for us. Kyle Toon is going to be a great player for us at wide receiver. Luke Barkley is going to be a great two-way player for us. We got our center back, John Clyer. We got a transfer from Western Hills, Eric Dorsey, that really is just dove in feet first to doing things the right way. And then, defensively, we lost a lot of guys that have been around for a while. So our defensive line will be a strength for us. And luckily, Jackson's going to score more points than the other team, throwing the ball around a little bit. So, we might struggle defensively. We're not the biggest group of kids, but we're going to be playmakers. We're going to fly around the ball, and it's a good group. I've coached some teams before where, I hate to say it, I didn't necessarily like all the kids. Or you go there and I generally like this group. They're really fun. Like, the weight room has just been a total difference maker for us. And they won't share this, but they're really good to each other. We don't. I'll knock on wood, but I haven't had an issue with anybody stealing money or anything out of a locker. I haven't had issues with, some of the petty things that you deal with sometimes. So they're so kind to each other. And, we've got 3 brooms that we keep in the locker room, and you'll see the kids after practice sweeping up, and they do that on their own. I think there's a great deal of pride in doing things the right way, and that makes me feel good about this group, that they're becoming better men and better fathers, and they'll be better husbands. And again, on Friday nights, if you're going to come watch Oak Hills play, you're going to leave knowing, regardless of the score, the final outcome, that we're gonna play in a way that people can be proud of. And I will, I'll shut up, but Mike Price has been a really good coach here for a really long time, and he's done that because he's done things the right way. And when Jackson talks about that, I think for us, we're trying to model those those things as far as dedication and scheduling, and work with all the programs to really make Oak Hills as a whole, something that people can be proud of, and again, from a football standpoint.
One thing that stuck out to me was you talked about being able to have a parent meeting in person, because that's one thing you don't think about. We talk so much about how you have team meetings and how all that is on Zoom, and how you're having to do scheming for games and stuff over Zoom. You're having to do it, but even parent meetings over Zoom. And the reason I asked when you started and got hired is because I can relate. I actually moved here to Cincinnati last March, and I said the same thing that you said. I've been saying it for the last couple of months, and that is, this almost feels like year one in a lot of ways, because you're meeting people face to face that you should have met a year and a half ago. How refreshing is it, though, to be able to do this stuff face to face? Yeah,
I mean, honestly, my strength, I've learned from some really good football coaches. I've worked for some guys that are just, their attribute and their strength wasn't necessarily X's and O's. I'll mention Coach Combs because everybody knows Kerry, but Kerry's strength as a coach was that people would run through a wall for him. And it wasn't just the kids, it was the parents. And I think what I want people to do, I'm not saying what I want people to do, but it's my desire to have people in the community and our parents trust that what I'm doing for their kids is greater than just, I'm not the type of coach that's going to do whatever it takes on Friday and put a kid into harm's way, or, neglect the other kids just for the sake of winning. I generally want to establish relationships with our teachers and our parents and our youth programs, so people in the community know that, hey, Coach Roden's a good man, he's got a good staff, he care about the kids. And then, when it comes time for you to decide about sending your son to a parochial school, I'll never say anything negative to a parochial school. My wife went to a parochial school, but I want to make it as damn hard as possible, excuse my language, to you not to be a Highlander. You know, we have a great school, one of the best schools, I think, in the state, academically, and, you know, from a standpoint of a football program and all our sports programs, we're on the upswing and getting better. So it's year 1, year 2, who cares? But I think more than anything, it's just us. We're working to reach those relationships with those parents at all levels and having people trust us what we're doing.
Another thing you said was that it's the TikTok me generation. Do you have a TikTok?
Absolutely.
You do have a TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hold on. So my responsibility is to keep tabs on these guys, and I have a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old, and as a parent, I need to know what's going on. Now, I don't know how to use it.
Have you ever created a TikTok video?
With my daughter, yes. I got asked today to make one with one of our outside linebackers and said absolutely not, because it just make fun of me. But
what was it? Was it a dance? Is that what?
I don't know what Sanders was going to. Probably a dance. I think it was just to see me wiggle around and embarrass myself some more. Which I'm at my age, I don't have any pride. That's not gonna. I don't have no feeling. That's not gonna hurt me.
Do you all have a TikTok?
I don't know.
Wow.
Me either. I try to stay off of that.
Wow. How about that?
Are they
now
telling
now Coach Roden looks like the bad guy, right? I have one and they don't.
How many followers do you have on TikTok?
Not very many. I hope none. I don't know. It's all good.
We might have to find Coach
transition
on
to the
TikTok.
trivia after that.
Right?
This is all you, Caleb.
All right. So the trivia for you guys. How confident do you feel about this trivia question?
Pretty confident.
All right, cool. So this one's pretty cut and dry. What year did the football playoffs begin in the state of Ohio? What year did the playoffs begin? Was it A, 1972? Was it B, 1952? Or C, 1990?
We'll say A.
What year was A?
72.
Okay, nice. I was hoping you weren't just throwing out a random letter at me there. what you got?
I'm going to go with A, too.
A,
You
meant
to say B, I think, though, right?
1972?
Yeah.
Coach, you going 1952?
I'm going 72.
You're going 72 also?
Yeah, I changed. I didn't know the letters. I'm paying attention. 72, right? All right, we're 72.
1972 is the correct answer. I think that deserves some free chicken for these guys.
Yeah. There's some school up north in Massillon that's won some of those, but hasn't won the playoffs. That's how we knew that one.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, I want to thank you, Coach
I know. We
Roden.
appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate all your time and perspective here, and best of luck to the Highlanders.
No, thank
this
you,
year.
guys, very much. We appreciate it, guys. Thanks, Mike. See you
This
guys.
is me getting on TikTok right now to look up all the coaches' TikTok dances or whatever.
You're not going to find any dance.
If Coach was, do you all know the TikTok dances or whatever? I mean, I don't, but
These guys, no. See, I'm doing a good job. They don't have TikTok. See that?
yeah, that's right. Which TikTok dance should he do?
You don't even know, do you? They don't have time. You seen that playbook? They have
Next
no
time, yeah.
no
Okay,
time.
there you
They have
go.
no
That's
time.
see, that was the answer you should have got. We don't have time to make a TikTok because we're studying the playbook all the time.
You laugh. Actually, they don't have time.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Next episode about TikTok, I guess, in high school football. We'll have to, maybe that's an enterprise story of sorts.
There you go.
We want to thank everybody here at the Western Hills Chick-fil-A again, especially operator Jason Griggs and director Jeff Diener
thank you guys very
for this
much.
opportunity and hosting
thank you.
the Elder, Oak Hills, and Western Hills football programs. All the best to each of their coaches and players this upcoming season. That's all we have for you today. We will meet you at the Fort Wright Chick-fil-A next Tuesday, August 10th, and talking to Beechwood football coach Noel Rash and his team. Thanks again for watching.